This video I'm gonna tell you how to get big and strong at home. The answer is weighted calisthenics. Weighted pull-ups, dips, push-ups and rows. Starting off with the weight that you're gonna be using, your backpack is gonna be your best friend here. Alex Leonidas recommends that you use a military backpack which is more durable and which can be loaded more. And what you can load in these backpacks are water bottles, books, bags of sand, chains, weight plates, rice bags, pretty much anything you can fit in the bag. If you don't have a weighing scale, which by the way I highly recommend getting, but if you don't have one, put pre-measured things into the backpack like weight plates, bags of rice which have the weight written on it, 1 liter water bottles, things like that. Or you can just add a ton of weight into the bag, and if that weight still doesn't challenge you, just add some more random weight into the bag till you get to a point where it's challenging enough for you in your given rep range. After that, you can progressively overload with this 500 milliliter water bottles. They're super cheap and also they barely take up any space. 500 milliliters is equal to 500 grams. So if you want to progressively overload by 1 kg, just add 2 water bottles. For the movements in which you can load up a lot of weight like dips and push-ups, I recommend progressively overloading with at least 2 to 2.5 kilograms. With pull-ups and rows, I recommend progressively overloading with at least 1 to 1.25 kilograms. Now for technique correction. Since you're working out at home with limited weights, you should use strict technique, full range of motion, a dead stop technique. Use a controlled tempo, slow negatives if you want to. These methods will only make you stronger in the long run and will allow you to get more out of less weight. Let's say you've maxed out the amount of weight that you can add to your regular weighted pull-up with good form. Then another thing that you can do is just pick a harder variation that will challenge you with less weight. For example, weighted archer pull-ups or weighted assisted one-arm pull-ups. The same thing applies for push-ups as well. There are a ton of YouTube videos out there which tell you about all the various pull-up and push-up variations out there. What about dips? There isn't really any other dip variation out there. Well, you can buy a set of rings and do Bulgarian dips or just regular rings turned out dips, or you can pre-exhaust yourself with a harder exercise beforehand. So what I used to do is that I used to do chest to wall handstand push-ups for 3 sets, and then I would hop into my weighted dips, and that would be a lot more challenging, and it's a great way of progressive overload. Last but not least, we come down to programming. Do the hardest exercise first for 3 to 5 sets, then the second hardest exercise, then the third hardest exercise. So for example, in push, you can do chest to wall handstand push-ups first, 3 to 5 sets, then some weighted dips, 3 to 5 sets, then some weighted push-ups, and then some other accessory exercises that you want to add in yourself. For pull, it will be weighted pull-ups, and then some close grip weighted chin-ups, and then some weighted rows, and then some other accessory movements that you like to add. Do these routines at least 2 to 3 times a week in the 5 to 12 rep range. So for one exercise, you can use 6 to 8 reps. For another, you can use 10 to 12. It completely depends upon you. And also rest at least 3 to 5 minutes in between each set, because these are mainly compound movements and they require more rest. Make sure to progressively overload by adding more weight after you've maxed out a rep range. So let's say in weighted push-ups you are training in the 10 to 12 rep range, and with a particular weight you start off with 10 reps, and then eventually workout session by workout session you get to 12 reps with that same weight. Then you can up the weight by your desired amount. You can also watch my how to start calisthenics video for beginners. It has a lot of great exercises that you can use into your routine, so go check that out. That's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe if you found value. See ya.